All right, we're live. Hello, everybody. Hello, Maree. Hello, Jazzy. How's everybody doing?
Hey, hi Lisa. Hi everyone. Jazzy's here. Um, it's funny because we did a beautiful meditation at my friend's property on the Wednesday night, which was the 21st, just going into the 22nd. It was so powerful. And in the afternoon, I was going, oh yeah, Jasper wants to come. And then I completely forgot him. And I was driving out there and I heard this like muffled sound. He said, it's all right, I'll be there, but I'm going to be muffled. And then my friend forgot his sort of half brother. That's Crystal Skull as well. So there was no Crystal Skulls there for the night, which was interesting. But yeah, it was beautiful, so powerful. It was really coming into 0 point, which is what an unbelievable frequency and beautiful meditation. So I don't know if anyone else did any meditations on the solstice or experienced anything. Did you, Elisa?
I did. I didn't experience anything. I just Octavia had a special meditation with the blue sphere, Syrian blue sphere, healing blue sphere. Oh, she was. So Shanna was talking about the submarine.
It was the sub, not the sun.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. All right.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, so look, if anyone had an experience, I mean, it was really interesting because my friend said she just heard what it was she was meant to do, so she brought it through. And at one point, I was so deep, and I was just in such a different space. And sometimes I've had this before where I see an eye coming through. It's like an actual eye comes through, and I went, "Oh, okay, we're in this space." And then it was like a face with two eyes, and I was like just floating around it. And I said this to her afterwards. I said, "Oh, I actually had that eye thing come through." And she went, "I got told that was going to happen tonight in the meditation, but I was the only one that got it." But it was all part of going into this 0 point, which is the pure balance between masculine, feminine, our yin yang, all of that. And it was just powerful. It was so powerful. So, yeah, it was quite crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Anything happening over in Australia as far as craziness, madness? Are they talking about the stupid submarine too over there?
Well, I don't know because I don't watch the mainstream media here. So I don't know if it's been on there. It's just been on a couple of the underground news that I follow. And so, yeah, it's just such a weird thing, isn't it, that's happening? I don't know what the background is to it, like why. I mean, I know something about the Titanic. They were going down to check out the Titanic or something, but that's sort of all I heard. So what have you heard about it?
I didn't know anything about it until I went to work out today. And when you go work out, they have 20 TVs all on different, channels. And that's when I know what CNN is feeding people and what Fox is feeding people. And I'm like, okay, now we're talking about a submarine. Like, really? Like, there's so many other things happening, and we're talking about a missing submarine. Like, really? Like, wow, this is world news. Wow, really? That's just.
I know. Is it a distraction? Like, or is it taking our focus?
Is it even real, right?
Is it even real?
Is it even freaking real? Like, who, these days it's all movie. Nothing's real. Nothing's real. So if the White Hats are in charge of the movie, what's this all about? Like, what, So supposedly, if it is real, is it to bring in the new, because the Titanic was tied to the Fed, is it because now the Fed is going down, and does it have anything to do with that? So first we have to see if it's real.
Okay.
And then if it is, then we can move on to something else, to, other questions.
Yeah. So I'm going to ask, was this a real event? And then we'll see what we get with that. Okay. My cards are just warming up. Oh, we've got a justice card. So let's just go a little bit further into this, because this tells me that there's definitely something at play that is tied up into the what you were just talking about.
Yeah.
So it's almost like bringing attention to something that needs to be looked at. With the Justice card, it's like there's more to this. Let's just see now. I just want to know, was there actually such a sub that went down? Yeah. Look, I think there was, because we've got our 8 of Pentacles, okay? That means something's been worked on. And we've got our King of Swords. Now, to me, this is a master of storytelling, a master of messages. So it feels like it's true, but there's a behind-the-scenes reason for it with that Justice card. And actually, guys, I was telling Elisa, I did see a little clip from The Simpsons, and we know how The Simpsons can do predictive programming. And it was about exactly what's happened is this sub that went down and they ran out of air. So that was pretty interesting. So now let me just see if they're using it and maybe why, like what can we get any sort of information on why they'd be using it. Oh, we've got our Temperance card. So to me, this is having patience, but there's a change coming. So yeah, this is like a yes, they are. They're using it as a means of getting people's attention. But it's being done in a convoluted way, because the Knight of Wands is someone that does take some action, but it's not always direct. So there's more to it, and it is bringing our attention to something, but in a really convoluted way. 4 of Swords. There's a lot more hidden to this than what we know is definitely what's coming up. And we may not know exactly why until it happens. Look at this. We got the Death card. So there's definitely a transformation. This is linked in to some sort of transformation. And I had the Fed. That was the Fed that you said that was in mind when we were sort of, looking at those.
All right, because this is what right now the top stories on Apple say.
Yeah.
Okay, the Los Angeles Times says 5 aboard missing Titanic tourist sub are dead after catastrophic implosion.
Oh.
Missing Titanic submarine found. Crew killed in deep sea catastrophe, Coast Guard says. All right.
Okay.
So, I don't even...
I know, it's just so convoluted.
It is. It's so
convoluted.
Okay, so the story of the submarine is real. Were there people in it?
Yeah. Okay, let's just see if there were actually people, more than one person in that submarine. It looks like it, because we've got our Knight of Pentacles who's bringing a message about reality. Then we've got the High Priestess card, so there's something that's been veiled and covered. But it looks, oh God, the Hanged Man. So it's almost like time will tell. It's like it's in a suspended place. I want to do a read as well on whether that's the true story. We've got our Fool card. This is actually taking us into something new, into a whole new place. So to me, it's like a not misinformation, but it's a look at this, look over here, but then something else bigger is going to come from it. So
is it being put out there by the White Hats?
Let's have a look and see. Is it a distraction, or is it being put out by the White Hats? Yeah. And I also want to check to see if that story is real from Apple TV. It looks like it is White Hat controlled, because we've got our Star card.
Okay.
Yeah. So and let's just see if there really was an implosion.
Yeah, let's see if there was an implosion according to the Coast Guard.
Yeah. Because I couldn't find them. I mean, it just seems weird, how planes.
It has a weird feel to it.
So does. It's like, how can planes go missing? How can submarines go missing when they can, follow something miles and miles and miles away? Too weird.
It is.
It's just,
And the fact that there were tourists in it, like, really?
Yeah, I know. No, that just seems a bit weird. No, this is something being exposed, because this is the Hierophant card, okay? And here's the Judgment card. So to me, it's directing us towards this, to actually bring up something about what's been done by the deep state in the past. Yeah, chaos. Seven of Cups. It's a misdirection. It's causing some chaos, but it's definitely bringing a lot of attention to it. So, and some, because we've now got our Queen of Wands. To me, she's integrity. So they're doing it for a reason, and it's not just as it seems.
Okay, so is it true then that there was an implosion?
Okay, let's ask that. Okay, let's just have a look here. Oh, we've got the Judgment card again. Yeah, and so there could have been, because we've got like this, I always see this as a chaos card. So there was definitely something that happened. So it's like it's definitely something that's happened. Again, High Priestess, there's more to the story. There's something that's really veiled with this.
Yeah, they won't, like the universe doesn't want to tell us.
It's like,
give us the details.
No, but that we know that there's more going on with it. There's a deeper reason for it.
Okay, so let's ask if it's true that they were tourists in there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because okay, let's have a look here. There could have been people, but obviously very wealthy sort of people, or people that were connected, because we've got our Six of Cups. This is when something is offered and it's an emotional, thing, and the same with the Knight of Cups. So something that was offered to some people. I think it would have been specific people, like it would have been maybe people that are in the, in the club. Yeah, King of Pentacles. So I think it would have been people that were tied in or linked in to a situation, certain situation. Yeah. Yeah. And the thing is, who knows if we'll ever find out if it is just to draw our attention to something, so that then they can actually release things that people are already seeded with about why they're going down there.
I just don't see how a story about a sub is going to catch anybody's attention. Like, okay, well, like it does, but for a minute, like, again, the Epstein Island thing, like nobody batted an eye on it, and it's a gazillion times more hot content than some stupid sub.
I know.
Like,
but they're using that media to do that, to keep it going. They've drawn it out, so people then start getting attached emotionally to the people in it. So this is how it works. I know, it's crazy. Whereas if they had up there everything that's going on with the military, blah blah blah, people would be freaking out. So people that watch that sort of mainstream media would be freaking out. So
yeah, but then okay, so Amanda's saying she feels like I think she meant sub thing, because she's put sun again.
Yeah, it must be auto-correcting to some. Yeah, that's so funny.
Yeah, it feels like the sub thing is comms for the financial reset, and what we got was yes. The cards are saying yes. The cards are saying correct. that is correct.
It's drawing our attention, like to the Titanic, to the and if there's an explosion, then so it is. And we just got the Two of Wands with that as well, Amanda. So to me, this is finding a balance for the world, and it's using action to find a balance.
Okay, so then the question I have that's coming to me is that these people really died.
Okay, let's have a look and see. Were there people in there that actually died, got killed? Interesting, because we got a no card. Fascinating. So there were people in it, but there's a no card to the fact that they actually died. They walked away. 8 of Cups.
Yeah.
They actually walked. That's great question, Elisa. They walked away.
Yeah.
But the 10 of Swords, but it's finished the story. So it's all been finished now with that you know what I'm saying? When they say, oh, yeah, this is what happened, at least, well, there's closure to it. But it doesn't, there's more to this.
Oh, okay. So hold on. Amanda's saying, so are they Gitmo then? Were they taking people to Gitmo?
Well, that's what I was getting intuitively as you asked that question. So Amanda, I reckon you're getting this as well. I was going, I wonder if they then took them, like, because I kept getting they were part of the group, you know, part of the elite.
Yeah.
And that's, Amanda, I actually got that little thought drop in as well. So let's just have a look and see. See, I love it when this little flow happens and we're all on the same channel. Right. Let me just see if that's actually what happened. Oh, yeah, that's hot. Yeah. The Hanged Man. So they got taken somewhere, surrendered. They got, yeah. They were offered something because that Four of Cups is offering a deal or offering something. I think we're on to something here, guys. Yeah. This is hilarious because I would never have thought of that unless we just went down that little progressive path.
Right. Yeah.
Wouldn't have dropped in.
Yeah.
And then the Seven of Wands popped up. This is people fighting for their rights or for their whatever. Oh, I reckon we're onto something with this. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Something is going on. It was all hidden. It was all secret, you know, something deeper. So I hope we don't get into trouble for this one on our YouTube.
No, we're not saying who it is.
No, we're not. We don't know. We actually don't know who it is.
No, we don't.
Yes. So no, that's all good. But wow. Well,
and again, everything in this show is for entertainment purposes only.
Completely. It's just fun. We have fun.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay. So is it true that the Coast Guard said it imploded?
Right, let's have a look.
Because they're saying that they found bits and pieces of it.
But they can do that, can't they? They can make any scenario.
Right. Nobody's down there. Nobody can go down there and look for the stuff. So of course they can make anything up.
They can. I mean, buildings can collapse and find nothing of what collapsed them. You know, from way back. So they can make any story happen. Let me just see if the Coast Guard, what he was saying.
I wonder if they were tricked, if the bad guys were tricked into getting into the sub.
We'll ask that next. But what I'm getting with the Coast Guard question, no, it was hidden. Yeah, they thought that what they got was truth because that King of Swords has come up, but it was actually veiled. What they were seeing was not what actually happened. Yeah. So, and then the Queen of Cups, she's someone that's actually contemplating her emotional state. So there was, this, you know, it's almost like they were given what they needed to feel like they, you know, that made sense to them and it was sad and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they thought what they saw was truth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then what was my question? I forgot already.
It was, were they forced into it?
Not forced, actually. Like, oh, guys, look, there's a submarine that could take you down to the Titanic and like almost
lure.
like bait, like a bait.
Lure.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's have a look and see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're coming in later on in the video, we found out that it was not blown up. It did not. It has not blown up. And
they made it look like it did, though.
They made it look like it did.
Look, do you know what? They could have blown it up to make it look real, but meanwhile
they took them to Gitmo.
Yeah,
it's really what
to
happened.
Me, that point is mute. That's a moot point. It's just that they've made that scenario look like that. As far as the cards are telling us, and our little intuitive stuff is telling us, they've been skedoodled off somewhere special. And we're just going to ask to see if they knew about it, if it was like something they knew, or if it was a lure. So let's ask first if they actually knew about it.
Yeah, we're like psychic detectives all working together.
I love it. What a group. So, I love it. They knew about it. So the Empress card is, and to me, it's almost like their name and their story stays intact. But they've, so they can keep their good name, that 10 of Pentacles. All right. They keep their whatever, they would rather have that left intact and then go off and then go off and they got the hard yards going on. They got the 9 of Wands, which is the rough road for them.
Okay, so then they knew where they were going. Then
they knew, so they agreed to it. It's a little bit like with the Queen, how she capitulated, and so for that time, like they'll keep that her persona and their their Windsor family looking like it's okay until they don't. But so she was given some grace with that by capitulating, apparently. So it could be a similar thing. But isn't it interesting? So maybe they're using it as a comms, and doing
for the Fed thing.
Yeah, and doing that at the same time. This is so wow.
Well, I feel more resonating with what we found than before. Before it was like, this is funky. This isn't making sense. This is okay. Cool.
Yeah. That's what it just sits right, because the fact that we're getting all of us are getting these little thoughts, and it's starting to mesh in. That's often the only way we can get some information, when it's so hidden and it's just so convoluted and it's so secret. So
yeah, wow.
Yeah. Well, that's what the cards are saying, and that's what our intuition is saying. So let's just have fun and play with it that way.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm going with it. Yeah. I definitely think that's the case.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back to, if there's no more questions on the sub, I'm going to go back to Trigel's question, because it says, been raining in Western North Carolina since Sunday night and in the forecast through Saturday. This has to be manipulation.
Okay.
So it's a manipulation, because I have a friend that lives down south in Florida, and she posted something in Facebook about a hurricane coming. And I'm like, what? It's freaking June, middle of June, a hurricane? What?
Oh, wow. Interesting, isn't it?
Okay. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm not going to even look at the weather. I'm not going to look at the news. I don't care.
Yeah, no, it's interesting, because we've had, it's a bit cloudy today, but just had the most blue skies. And like I said, this is something that it's been years since I can remember them being this blue without those things going across them. And I was doing my eyes sunning this morning, and I was nearly going, like, pulling away, because it's so bright. It is white. It's like a light, bright white shining light. And I was going, whoa. So we're definitely getting this full-on frequencies coming in. So guys, if you get a chance, definitely go out, unless of course you're in where is it, North Carolina, and it's raining. I'm sorry, but definitely do some sunning. It's crazy at the moment.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's have a look and see if it's manipulated, this weather that they're getting
in North Carolina.
Yeah, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it might be, because the Justice card has come up again. So they're obviously working with something, Trigel. There's a reason for it. There's never not a reason for it. But it's for the positive, because we've got our celebration card.
What I have been receiving, because we have had some storms here that look like hurricanes, like when I look down on the street, it's like raining like this, and the trees, it's like a hurricane, the trees, and I'm like, this is an afternoon rain. What is happening? And so what I got was that they don't want people outside.
They're doing something.
They don't want people outside.
Because that 8 of Cups, they're making something. They're walking away from a situation. They're helping to clear up a situation, leaving it behind. So there's definitely, Trigel, I'd say that there's some manipulation going on there for a reason. So don't worry. It's and the Justice card tells me it's the good guys. So don't stress about that. So yeah, wow. I mean, all the weird stuff, right?
Yeah. Amazing. And then
It
I
is
missed
amazing.
this really beautiful, when you were talking about the meditation.
Oh yeah.
Space Cadet Lottie said she had an emotional meditation at a sacred area with a past life connection to rainbow, felt rainbow energies coming into the top of my head, felt love coming up from the earth grid, cried my eyes out. Oh, how beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. Thank you for sharing. That's awesome.
Yeah. And there's definitely this love coming through, like we are being sent so much love and light and support. And the rainbow, it's interesting because a friend of mine said that she saw it was almost like an upside down rainbow with the numbers 333 came through. So it is really sacred times, and incredible frequencies coming in. So that's beautiful, Space Cadet, that you got that.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Going through to see if there's any other they're spraying New Zealand constantly, Maree.
I just saw that. So Amanda, I've done a little bit of work with this around what's coming down, what's in the air, and my feeling was that 8 to 10 months ago it switched over to the good guys, and I actually tested this, and I've been talking with friends about it, and we've been tuning in, and they've actually put in good stuff in it now. So I did some kinesiology and just brought through some substances, and one of the first ones that came through was colloidal silver, believe it or not. So they're saying that there could be some HCQ. I won't say the word on here still, but they're helping to sort of to clear out like some of our waterways and some of our land with the spraying now. We're actually not getting as much, so it'd be really interesting to see, Amanda, if you could compare it to, say, even 12 months, 18 months ago as to what you're getting. But we can do another check with the cards and just see for New Zealand what's going on with that. Let's have a look. It's fine, Amanda. We've got our Temperance card. So this is there's been a change, and there's more change coming with it. So yeah, Wheel of Fortune. Look at this. It's really confirming just what we were talking about. There's definitely been a shift in what they've been putting into those things in the sky. So, and no, it's not the bad stuff, because we were tuning into that. So, and I've said before, I've noticed I used to get these really gnarly little skin things, and I felt it was from the sky stuff, and they've gone. So that and people are saying they're not getting the same coughing or the same inflammation from it that they would get triggered by. So tune into it yourself, Amanda, as well, and see what you get. So yeah. So there you go. So that's what I've been finding. So, and it's interesting because Amanda was just saying she's getting 333 constantly. Yes, me too. 333, and I even saw 5 5s. So 5 5s is big change coming. So let's just see what happens. So
yeah. So okay. So breaking: U.S. House votes to send articles of impeachment against Biden to the Judiciary and Homeland Security committees. That was 4 hours ago.
Right. So what does that mean with them doing that?
So to send articles of impeachment against Biden to the
so
that they're going to impeach Biden.
Wow. Okay.
It's basically, it had to pass the U.S. House of Representatives, right?
Yep. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Okay. Thank you.
So okay. So then articles of impeachment against Biden to the chair. Okay, so let's see if that's true. So is it true that the U.S. House voted to send articles of impeachment against Biden to the Judiciary and Homeland Security Committee?
Yeah, we've got our 2 of Wands. So they're trying to make everything balanced. They're doing it the right way. Okay, so then we've got our Page of Swords. So I'm feeling there's going to be more to the story than it just being an impeachment. Because that's a partial truth to me, that Page of Swords. But we don't have to worry about it. They've got it all under control because we've got that Nine of Swords, which is the Don't Worry card. But Nine of Cups, we're gonna get what we want because this is wishes and desires.
Yeah.
So it might not come just through impeachment, is what that Page of Swords is telling me. So, yeah.
Okay.
So, interesting.
That is interesting.
And there's no dates. Like, when do they come up with dates?
Today.
That's
today.
So that'll go through today.
Yeah, it just passed today. So I don't know what the next step is there.
Yeah.
So they send it to the Department of Security, of Judiciary, and Homeland Security committees. So I guess it has to go to the committees now.
Yeah.
Okay. So so Jill had this question back on the rain in North Carolina. So in North Carolina, there's this place called the Biltmore Estate. It's a castle. There are not a lot of castles in the U.S. I actually think maybe this is like the only one.
Wow.
So could it be with the Biltmore Estate built by George Vanderbilt or the secret military base in the mountains?
Oh.
So does this rain have anything to do with either one of those locations doing something there?
Okay.
And then I'll address Greg saying HCQ would be administering a drug without consent. I don't think the White Hats would do that. So what I have a feeling is HCQ really is actually to make your own HCQ, it's just boiling lemons and oranges. And so it's not really a drug per se. It's more like natural
cleanser.
Yeah, a natural way to raise people's immunities.
Yeah.
When we say that, when we're saying that's what we're saying. We're not saying an actual, drug.
Yeah, and it's the same with colloidal silver. It's a natural element anyway. So yeah, but that's a good point, Greg. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was interesting because not much else came up when I was testing, so there wasn't much else in it. It was Okay, so let's tune into the Biltmore Estate first to see if there's any activity happening around that is out of the ordinary from what they would normally be doing. Isn't this interesting? We've got a castle. So our Four of Wands.
Oh God.
So this is, we are focusing on this castle to see what happens. Oh my gosh, we've got the Hierophant card. Yeah, this was where some stuff definitely went down because that's my card for the deep state. So you could be onto something here.
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh, then that's hot. Hang on, I'm just gonna pull that. That one is the hot one. Yep, Five of Swords. So there is a bit of a change going on. There's a change going on. And so let's just see if we can get some clarity. Yeah, I feel it's definitely clearing something out because the Three of Wands to me is always preparing for the future, looking forward to the future and letting go of the past. So I reckon that there's definitely something going on in that Biltmore Estate. And being a Vanderbilt, well, that says a lot in itself anyway, doesn't it?
Yes.
We know how much they love their stuff. So, and then let's just see if it's also got to do with the secret military base in the mountains. Which mountains? Because I'm not very good with the geography around like North Carolina.
Somewhere
is that Cheyenne Mountain or not?
No, I think. I don't know. I thought Cheyenne Mountains for some reason in my head was in Arizona, but maybe I
don't know.
I really don't know, to be honest.
So I'll just tune in and see if
they'll tell us.
Yeah. So I'll just tune in and just see if there's anything that wants to come up. If there's anything going on in the secret military bases to do with the rain and what's being done. Yeah. No, but there's secrets going on there because we've got our Four of Swords following it. But no, the rain hasn't got anything to do with the military bases, whereas it came up quite positive with the other one as well.
For the Biltmore Estate.
Yeah. So, but the secrets that are going on are for our benefit because there's our Three of Cups, which is celebration. We're getting that up a little bit more, aren't we, lately, that Three of Cups? It's really beautiful. It's actually coming through to say, hey, it's going to be okay. Everything's been done. for us, and it's all okay. So
Yeah. So Trijo's saying Western North Carolina has the Appalachian and Blue Ridge Mountains. Okay.
Yeah. So
yeah.
no,
So where is Cheyenne Mountain then? Can somebody tell us? Can somebody look it up?
Yeah, that'd be great. We've got our little PAs in the background doing our research for us, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And yeah.
All right. Colorado.
Okay. Oh, okay. So is that more north? Is Colorado north in the US?
Yeah, more north west.
Northwest. That's right. That's what I was. Just seeing it. I know there's a lot of good skiing there. A lot of good snow there.
Yes.
So,
yes, absolutely. Wow. All right. So those are the questions we have so far. Okay. Amanda saved us here. Is James OKeefe exposed on BlackRock going to directly impact the fall of any government leaders? Oh.
So his expose
on
BlackRock. Okay.
Yeah.
So James OKeefe. Now, James OKeefe is the I know his name. Did he set up like the free? He did like a news thing, underground news thing. I know he was quite big. Yeah, there is. I know someone will pop it in for us, but let's just have a look and see if the expose on BlackRock. Oh, that's hot. Wow. Yeah, I reckon what he's doing is he's stirring people up. He's making them look at who BlackRock are, because that Seven of Wands, people are like going, hang on a minute, what's going on? Where's my piece? I don't know who BlackRock is. Four of Cups, they're getting offered something. So I feel it's more about
Project Veritas.
That's what it was. I knew. Yeah. I feel it's more about just getting the information out there, because just that seeding of people is really powerful. Yeah, so it's helping to bring it to an end, Amanda. So that Ten of Wands has come up. So it's not. I don't feel it's going to directly be the fall, but it's definitely helping to bring it all together. This information, because then people accept things a lot more quickly, don't they? Without as much fight, and they're not so stressed. So if because that Nine of Swords came up again, so they're not so worried about it. They go, oh yeah, I remember hearing about that. Oh, okay, this is why. So that's where I feel that Project Veritas has come into. So,
okay, all right.
Project Veritas, yes. Yeah. He got ousted.
Oh, I remember now. Okay,
yes, that was a big story at the time.
Yeah. All right, Maple Tree. Okay, did they really use a Stargate at Cheyenne Mountain?
What a great question. There are definitely Stargates in this world. Definitely. Let's have a look and see if there's one at Cheyenne Mountain. This one is. Okay. Oh, first of all, yeah, is there one there? That's what we're asking. Oh, look at this one, Maple Tree. I do believe there is, because our world cards come up, and it's to me that means, and look at it. That looks like a Stargate.
It's a Stargate. Absolutely, it's a Stargate. The cards are freaking incredible sometimes, I tell you.
And we've got our Page of Pentacles, which is something new. So yes, I would say that has been used there. It's something new, or something that's but just probably not as much as what it could have been. Yeah, because they're under contract. Three of Pentacles. So this has actually been agreed on. This will only be used, because that page there can be just something. It's just a small amount. Can only be used for certain reasons, because that's a contract and how things are actually being planned. So wow, that's fascinating. Judgment. It's in the hands of the good guys, and they've only used it when they've needed to help bring things through or understand things. So
wow.
Yep.
Wow. All right, I got here that Gretchen Whitmer was convicted by at Gitmo. Well, not at Gitmo, but by the military.
Yep.
Navy, U.S. Navy judge advocate. Okay. You had flown from Guam to Gitmo prison. Yeah. So let's see if that's true.
So can you just say it clearly what you want me to ask?
If it's true that Gretchen Whitmer is at the spa.
Okay.
Whether it's the spa at Gitmo or in Guam, because they moved everything to Guam, is my understanding.
Oh, I thought it was just some of it. I thought it was still,
okay.
Yeah. So because here in Australia, we've got our own island for it.
Oh, so you do?
Yeah. They've got a place called Christmas Island, which used to be for all of the refugees or whatever, but they've turned it into a special spa. Mm-hmm. And apparently there's been military planes and all sorts of things going there. So,
yeah.
All right. So we're going to ask about, what's her name again? And what does she do? Was she a politician or?
I don't know.
This strength card wanted to come up 3 times, just even when I was shuffling. So there's something about this that has made it's been a strong case. I was going, gee, there's something that's really strong around this. So I'm interested. Oh yeah, because it just kept wanting to come up. And I was going, that's weird. And then it just came up again. So, So about this person, there's something about them. Wow. Okay. Because sometimes this card, it's not just about celebration when I'm asking the question about the person.
Oh, the governor of Michigan.
The governor of Michigan.
The governor. Oh, my God. She had them under the most horrific conditions over there.
She's in the club, because this can also be like what they use. That's why that strength card kept coming up. She's big in the group, in the club.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why that strength card. Oh yeah, she's actually quite high up, because the Empress card has come up. So that's a creator. That's someone that does stuff.
Yeah. She was nasty.
Got an ace on that. Yeah, we got an ace on that.
Them. And it says that she's gonna be hanged.
Well, she was big in that club. That's what those cards were telling me, because that's why I had to see that strength card 3 times, and I went, and then it clicked.
Wow. Yes, she must be like.
Yeah. Yep. Very big in that club. Oh my gosh, you're not going to believe it. This just flipped out again. We're getting that message. She's big.
Wow.
That's crazy. That's the 4th time that strength card came up as I was shuffling or whatever. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So I don't even know her from a bar of soap, but that's what my cards were saying. That was the feeling I was getting with her too. Yeah.
Oh my God, this is amazing. You guys need to read the Real Raw News. Where it says that Jack convicts Gretchen Whitmer, says she must hang. Yeah, wow. Was she looks like a man. Can we ask if she was a man?
Great, sure. Let's just ask, was this person born? Oh God, it's really interesting. Was this person born a male gender? Yeah, we've got our 9 of Cups, and we've got a contract. So it's like, this is what was wanted for her. I feel she was in a family. That's what I just kept getting intuitively.
Oh, she was for one of those families, I'm sure.
Yeah. So she was in one of the families. So let me just get a confirming sort of card here. What's going to come up here? Yeah, we've got our big old yes.
So she's a man?
Born. Yep.
Yeah. I can tell her face has her square jaw. It's really like, whoa, that's really square for a woman.
And I mean, it's horrible, because I heard some of them didn't even know till they were teenagers that they were a different gender.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, because it was done when they're so young, they could even do it in utero. They can actually start to change things in utero. This is what the technology was that they had. Yeah. Yeah. So.
Wow. Yeah, definitely has a manly face for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Space Cadet Lottie's saying she's never heard of Christmas Island. No, it's a very small island that's tucked off Australia. There's quite a few little islands around Australia that most people wouldn't have heard of, but it was renowned for refugees camps, and it wasn't great. It wasn't great what they did. So, but apparently they're using it now for other things, which is pretty awesome.
Okay, so then a question that is coming up for me is the it just left me.
That's all right.
I read something else and it just, let's see, it was XRP, SBF, FTX. It has something to do with that. Oh, like the son of Brandon, right? Yes. He did a plea deal and got away with a very small sentence.
Yep.
What's the deal with that? Like, why? Like, was there a corrupt judge, or the deep state, or the white hats are purposefully doing that because it means something else? It's like a strategy move.
Yeah, okay, let's have a look and see.
Because there's something about it, like if he accepts a plea deal, he cannot plead the fifth. Pleading the fifth means you're like, you don't answer. You go, I plead the fifth. You don't have to answer any question. So you give that up if you do plea deals.
Yeah, okay, let's have a look and see. So yeah, the first card up is our Page of Wands. So this is a smaller action. So taking that smaller action has implications, like you said. I'd love to know why. Wow, it's creating a bit of chaos in the scenario around his plea and around what they're doing. So I feel they're using it in a way to create some misdirection, some chaos. Because what they're getting from him is going to create a victory. So I would say they're getting information, from him. And Barbara's just said that as well, because that's what's come through. So they're keeping him available per se.
Okay.
Look at that, 10 of Pentacles, because he's obviously ratting on a lot of people. There's a lot of action, or there's a lot of realities that he's changing with what he's doing. So he's stepped up, plea bargains, whatever.
Yeah. Wow.
So
those news,
strategy.
Those news are bigger than I really realized.
Yeah, well, they're sort of telling us, these are the sort of people that, because if he hadn't done that, he would have been probably gone a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Okay, I don't see any other questions. Another question that comes to mind is, do you know who Joe Rogan is?
Doesn't he again do like a news show sort of thing?
So Joe Rogan used to be a comedian who then got involved in the UFC fighting, which is the MMA. It's like when people get in a cage and they fight like freaking animals. Barbaric. It's horrific. I hate it.
Yeah.
More than boxing. It's worse than boxing. It's animalistic. It's horrible. Anyway, so Joe Rogan has gotten very famous with his podcasts.
Okay.
And so now I feel like he's working with the white hats.
Mm.
So because he's been having like Robert Kennedy, he's been waking people up a lot.
Yeah, you're right. Because a friend of mine told me about that interview a few days ago, and she went, "It was fantastic." I haven't listened to it yet.
Yeah.
So okay, now I know who it is.
Yeah, absolutely. And Trigel, I agree 100%.
Thank you, Trigel. That's so lovely.
Yes, he's super mega psychic. So is Joe Rogan, has he been, I don't want to say contracted, But is he working now with the White Hats? Is he part of the team of the White Hats?
Let's have a look and see what our cards tell us about that. Ooh, that one's very hot. Come out and speak to us. Wow, interesting. Yeah, interesting. Oh my God, I don't think he was originally, but then something happened because we've got a tower moment after the Two of Swords, which is often my no card. So he was not doing that, and then let's just see where he is now, because that was some big shift happened. But some big shift has happened because for that tower card to come out, it's interesting. Because now we've got our moon card, so something's happened to shift where he was coming from, which is really interesting. I don't know the guy, really don't know him.
Interesting.
So this is just telling me something happened because the Hanged Man came up. So it was like a surrender. He went into deep. So let's just have a look. And then he joined the White Hats, because that Empress card to me, when I'm asking a question like this, something that's created. So I feel he was probably approached. Here we go. As I said, that our death card, the transition, he was approached to actually transition through into it, because that very first card was like, he wasn't. Look at this, Knight of Swords. It's almost like he's acting like a military person, but in the news, in the information.
Because he's putting people on, and almost like the questions are very.
Yeah, that's the change. King of Pentacles, we just got our confirmation of that. Yeah. So he went from not being involved at all and not, on the same, no idea really, to hit where he is now, what the work he's doing. That's pretty fascinating.
Yeah, and I mean, the amount of people that this guy has awakened, I can't begin to tell you.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So I must go in and listen to that, because my friend was raving about it, the actual dialogue between him and Robert.
Robert,
But I mean, how clever are they putting him up?
Right.
With the opposition, opposition team. So all those people will trust and listen to him, because they wouldn't do it for anyone in the Republic team. They're just so clever. They just go, yeah, we've got this covered.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's amazing. So Space Cadet Lottie was saying, was he turned after he was attacked for being racist?
Yeah, I don't know what it was, Space Cadet Lottie, but the cards really wanted to tell a story then about how.
Yeah, they totally told us a story about him, for sure.
And I know nothing about the guy really, so that was just what came through in the cards. So look, let's have a look and see if it was because he got caught out, and they said, well, you're going to be hung out to dry for this, if it was around that racist comments or whatever he was doing. Let me just see if that was an aspect of it that helped them to get him to turn or to be a part of the program. That one. Oh, Space Cadet Lottie, I think you're onto something, because that card came up again. Now, remember I said they transitioned him, so it's the same card. So I'm feeling that that had something to do with it. That was a big part of it. King of Pentacles again. Yeah. Wow, good pickup. So that
we are on fire tonight, people.
This is crazy.
We are on fire. Okay, so the next one is breaking news. Mass casualty incident declared after city bus crashes into building with dozens of injuries in Maryland. Currently, numerous emergency departments and law enforcement agencies are on the scene at the location of a pronounced mass casualty incident. All right, is this true? Number one.
Okay, so wow, so this has just happened. Is this what you're picking up? It's just happened, apparently.
I think I don't look at Twitter very often, so it might be, it might be a couple of days old. I don't know, but
okay.
What I want to know is if this is like the bad guys trying to cause chaos in the cities. The reasons why we had the National Guard, Yeah,
it is. Okay. There's something that's happened, because it's not the full story. We've got our Page of Swords, then we've got the Moon card. Something's been put in place that's not meant to be there. Okay. Is how I read the Moon card. Yeah. So, but then it's this sort of thing will get taken under control because the hermit is always someone that's very wise and very, able to sort out situations. So I feel that, it was a bit of a one of those gnarly little things. I mean,
Yeah.
and we're still going to have accidents in the world, and we're still going to have things that happen that are natural. But sometimes there's a little bit more help to make them happen.
Yeah.
So,
Wow. Okay. So I believe that that's why the National Guard is out there, is to stop things like this from happening.
yeah, or to capture, maybe to keep their eye out for the low hanging fruit from the group.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, who knows? Look, I just think it's going to be so fascinating to watch this whole thing play out. Just
Yeah.
fascinating.
Yeah. Big time. Big time.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not seeing anything else.
Have we got time for a little reading for someone, or is it nearly time?
We have 4 minutes.
I can do one in 4 minutes if you want me to put one out there. Up to you.
Yeah, no, it's fine. We can do that if you guys want to put the 888s on there on the chat. While I look around to see if there's anything else that we want to look at. Interesting. All right, Melissa gets it.
Yeah.
I looked up and her name was there, so.
Okay, beautiful. All right, Melissa,
right.
I'm just going to tune in through my higher self to your higher self and just see if there's anything that might be helpful for you at the moment to know or understand. Let me just tune in. Okay. Okay, that's really interesting. Let's just see what our cards come up with. Yeah, that was fascinating actually, because I often just get an image of what's going on around you or what's been happening. So I don't know if you guys can hear those helicopters, but there's helicopters been flying over and at night time as well. So
what's the meaning of that?
Yeah, they're not normal. Okay, so for Melissa. Yeah, beautiful. I'm glad this card came up for you first, Melissa. This is the Six of Swords. So it means you're moving to a better place over troubled waters, and it's through the mind. And what I saw around you, which was fascinating, was it's like you were surrounded by these beautiful books that were open, but they were very light books. So it was like you were really starting to delve into mysteries and the spirituality, and it's like you've been doing research, but you've had to discern, because that sort of that Page of Swords has come up. And this to me is be discerning in what you're reading and what you're looking at, but you're really, it's like you're raising your vibration and your frequency. Look at that Temperance card. You are certainly doing that, young lady. But have patience, because the changes will come. But I just couldn't believe how many beautiful books just full of light were just surrounding you. So just keep doing what you're doing. Look at this. You're expanding your world. You really are. And it's beautiful. It's a spiritual world that you're expanding. And it's going to make things just feel more peaceful. Yeah, you're actually going to get a lot of strength from doing this. If you haven't been doing it, start. Just have the intention. I just want to find out more. Show me something. And it's like Spirit brings through some what's the word, answers for you, or some things that you can read or tune into. Yeah, so that's what I'm getting for you, is that it's like you're on this spiritual knowledge, this spiritual journey, and it's going to help you to feel a lot stronger in yourself as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so there you go.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it
so
is.
What do the cards want to tell us about? Okay, what is it? Today is a Thursday. About this weekend, anything going to happen this weekend that we are going to see
with our own very peaky blue eyes, or
Yes.
brown eyes, or green eyes? Let's have a look and see. is there anything going to be really visible and come out for us to go, oh, look, let's have a look and see. You're hot. We got a yes. So let's just see if we can get a little bit further than a yes. Oh, that's a good start.
I forgot what I asked you.
Hey, this is all the frequency. It's just really playing with our brains because we're getting big changes going on.
I was trying to find the other stuff, and then
I know. It's about this weekend. Is there anything that we're going to see?
Thank you.
Look at this. Something's going to change. There's going to be a change of some sort because that death card is a transformation. I don't know what it is, guys, but there's going to be something that we will see that is a change of some sort. Yeah, that we've been in the dark about because that Eight of Swords is about we've been tied up, we've been held in a cage. So something's going to come through to me that's going to change the way we see things or think about things. Yeah, so that's
maybe not we, but maybe the normies.
Yeah. And as you said, that the Three of Swords came up. So this could be something where they go, what? Oh, what? Hang on a minute. Yeah. So true.
Yeah.
Well said.
Something is going to happen. Okay.
Yeah. Don't know what it is. Can't tell you that. But yeah. Let's see what comes out.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for today. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, Jasper didn't have a word. Jasper, next week we'll get you in, my love. It was too exciting today. It was all just flowing.
Yes, it was amazing. Thank you guys for playing detective with us. That was fun. So we just had such a good time, and I'm grateful for you being here and participating. Thank you, Maree. Thank you, Jazzy. And you guys have an amazing weekend. Stay in the high vibration.
You got it.
And we'll see you guys on Monday.
See you then. Bye.
All right. Oh, Maree, are you having your dream thing?
Yes. Sorry. Thank you. So your Sunday night in the US and my Monday morning at 9:00 Eastern time here. Yeah. So, and I've already got a couple of dreams come through, but pop your dreams in if you want us to put them up, even if you can't be there. We'll look after you. Zan's back on Monday. So
wonderful.
Great. Thank
you. All right. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Bye.